count. Go for launch. Say go or no go. OTC. Go. TBC. You gotta go. TBC. Go. Don't be that.
Alright, you want to try that again without crashing everything? Yes. Okay, let's try that again. Hi, I'm Hadako, and I'm Crash. Pun intended. Right. And tonight, or today, I guess, we're going to be playing 3 hours of Mecha Break. And there'll be drops enabled. Yes, so simply by tuning into the stream and watching the stream, you will receive in-game items towards the game as well too. And you will receive drops, which I think is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. So, you should definitely check it out. Someone's a sleepyhead. Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, you got up late. I did get up late. Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good good whatever. Good whatever. Good whatever. I don't care. It's a day. What day is it? I was gonna say it should be Sunday. Yeah, I was gonna say it should be Sunday. Yeah. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. What are we doing? Well, it's been a while since we sat down and had a group conversation about us just riffing and ranting and talking about nonsense and getting our bullshit thoughts out of our heads. So, I thought it would be a good idea to launch another Deep Space Thoughts. Oh yeah, we haven't done one of those in a while. I think we do them now maybe like, once a month? Probably. I don't know. I mean, when you and I initially came up with the idea, it was just sort of a, non-canonical safe space for, you and I to riff and improvise and talk about whatever the hell was on our minds. Well, yeah, and now that we have Genuine Dewey here and various other, people coming back and forth onto the ship and traveling with us, it's like, it might as well become an open revolving door for everybody to just chat. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What are you sipping on? Coke Zero. I actually need a smidge of caffeine today. So, what were you playing earlier? Just some lo-fi music I found. Oh, okay. So, anyhow, good afternoon, good morning, people of the internet. Hello, yes, good morning, good afternoon, good salutations. Hello, people. So, obviously I just woke up, so I'm not really in the mood to game, so I haven't been in the mood to do some gaming in a while, so yeah. I mean, you have been wanting to game, it's just you just haven't been wanting to, like, I guess, game certain games. Yeah. Well, it's been a while since you've played some games too. It has. So it's been a little while. So it's been a hot minute. I think it's been a hot minute for all of us. What happened to your voice earlier, by the way? Oh, I'm just now waking up, so like my voice is gonna sound a little groggy. Yeah. So so what are we doing? Well, I actually had a couple talking points so that we could talk about. Nothing serious. This doesn't even have to be like a long transmission. It could just be a short one. Yeah. I guess that's fine. It's whatever. So, yeah. I thought it would be interesting. Yeah. I don't know. My brain is full of static, so I don't know if I'm going to be offering much to the conversation this morning, so at least not yet. So I mean, I got up earlier, but then I fell back asleep was the thing. So, well, what time do you initially get up? I got up around fucking I think 8:15, 8:30. I got out of bed around 9. I kind of just took my meds, woke up for a bit, wandered around the house and around the ship, and then got on the computer for like an hour, and then got off the computer, and then I think I made breakfast, and then I fell back asleep after breakfast. Yeah, I was gonna say you didn't go to church or anything. No, I didn't go either, but that was just because I had a interesting night researching some stuff. So, oh yeah, what'd you research? Apparently, turns out Mountain Dew does in fact have flavors that are exclusive internationally. Not many, but there's a few. So, I mean, yeah, Mountain Dew mostly does a lot of their stuff in the United States, but they do. The problem is, what they just do is PepsiCo ports all of those flavors that they made in the United States to other countries, and then they just redefine or change the formula a little bit depending on the guidelines and restrictions of those countries. Ah, that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Well, actually, it's funny that you brought up soda, because that was going to be the first talking point. About what, Mountain Dew? No, Coca-Cola. Really? Yeah. I actually have a personal question. Why the fuck do you not review Coca-Cola products often? Yeah, in fact, you don't taste test or review Coke products at all. At least not genuinely. I gotta be honest, at least for me personally, excuse me, part of the reason why I don't cover Coke products often, oh man, my throat is itchy and tired. Well, here, while you're doing that, I'm gonna put the music back on. Ah, okay. There we go. This way it's on like a low volume, and this way people can still hear it. That's true. So I think I've got it low enough. Yeah. I think you do. There you go. I think part of it really is just Coca-Cola doesn't really come out with new flavors often for anything. And when they do, it's either the Coke creation stuff, where they mostly do collabs with other brands and artists and musicians and stuff like that. So, because of that, like I don't review them all that often. And because they don't come out with new flavors and new things as often, there's not really a sense of urgency to like go out and grab those things and review those things and like talk about those things and do taste tests and all that stuff. So, if anything, I review stuff from other soda brands and other companies more often than I do Coca-Cola. Plus, I think one of the other things is, and I've noticed sort of a theme is, you like to always review a lot of healthy, zero sugar alternatives to drinks, or when you do taste tests, a lot of it for your health needs is always zero sugar. Yes, so a lot of it's always like zero sugar and shit like that. So, which makes sense. So, makes total sense. But, you know, but at the same time, it's like, I wouldn't mind you reviewing more of the healthier alternatives instead of just the zero sugar stuff. You know. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I'm thinking about it, but like, the thing is that I have wanted to review some of like the soda alternatives in the past. Like what? Well, well, like, I'm trying to think. Cause like, fuck. There's, Olipop, which I know they've come out with a lot of stuff, right? Like the Olipop flavors. But Olipop typically doesn't come out with like a lot of new flavors, except for like one or two for like collabs and stuff. So they do the same thing as Coca-Cola. But like, the thing is, if I reviewed all the Olipops, I would actually need like a proper budget for that. How much of a budget would you need for all the Olipop flavors? Like, would I do them as individual taste tests for each flavor? Or would I do it all as one video? You could probably do it all as both. Like, you could record yourself doing the shorts and trying each flavor individually, and then you could do like one big video where you just do a slew of them all at once. I could do that. So, I feel like I would need at least, and this is gonna sound so dumb, but I would need at least like $30. Probably a little more. $30. Why? So each can of Olipop costs about $2.50 for a single can. For a single can. Wow. Yeah, the healthy alternatives for soda are a little expensive. Well, they're not actually as expensive. The problem is, like, you get less quantity with the healthy sodas for the same price as like a 2-liter. Oh. So like, an example, for $2.50 on Earth, I could get a single can of Olipop, and I could get like their root beer one, or their fake cola one, or their lemon lime one, or whatever. But like, for $2.50, I could also buy a 2-liter of Sprite. Oh, that makes more sense. Yeah. Okay. See, I was gonna say, because I go to all the like cheap thrift stores and gas station stores and just fill up on soda and drinks that way for less than like $1. Yeah, and like you can still do that, but you've got limited selection at a gas station or a convenience store compared to like a grocery store. True, but then you're paying those markup prices. Yeah. Also, believe it or not, I have actually recorded a large backlog of Coca-Cola taste tests and stuff. Really? You have? Yeah, you were there for one or two of them. I mean, I know you did the fucking Oreo one, right? Yes, I have done the Oreo one. So, like, here, if we do this, right? If you give me just a sec, I can show you the Oreo one. Here, Coca-Cola. Yeah, here. So the only major... I thought I had... No. What? Oh, I know. Okay, hang on. I know what happened. I know what YouTube did. What did YouTube do? YouTube did a thing. Hang on, I gotta find the actual playlist. The actual playlist? Of what? Crashbox. God, I I was gonna say, I haven't heard that in a while. What's going on with your voice? Again, I'm, a little groggy, a little sore. Stayed up too much? Yeah. Here, I wonder if YouTube labeled this a weird way. That's why I'm... Okay. I need to rename this fucking... There we go. So, I did a whole fucking episode. And I'll show it on the back end real quick, because I really don't care at this point, right? But, like, here. Let me pull it up this way. So, like, here. I'm still here. Yeah, we're still here. Oh, I forgot about this. Yeah, I told you guys about this one. I totally forgot about this. Yeah, so I'm gonna mute, obviously, the episode, but, like, I actually did a whole hour-plus long episode of Crashbox where I actually reviewed, like, the Coca-Cola Insiders Club, right? And this was back when I had a different setup. My God. Back when I had the posters up, it just showed off some of the stuff that was in there. There was quite a lot. So, but I received multiple Coca-Cola fucking Insiders Club boxes, right? And some of them had, like, products that, like, were coming out at the time. Some of them had new flavors of things and taste tests. A lot of it had, like, merch and stuff. There was a lot. So, yeah. So, but, like, I reviewed a lot of stuff, and then I did, like, an overall conversation about Coke, and then there actually was this as well, too. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yep. So, got it. That makes more sense. Yep. So, okay. Got it. That makes way more sense. Yep. Wasn't that the thing, too, involving Coke Starlight? Yeah. Which, I do want to go back and talk about that at some point. I know you do. Yeah. But no, the only other time I really talked in detail about Coca-Cola was, the Oreo cookie collab with Coke, when I did that thing with Shadow, aka Jacob, aka Within a Shadow 15. So, oh yeah, so for me it was just kind of like, I have a huge backlog of stuff related to Coca-Cola that I have actually, like, recorded. But, like, I myself have just not posted them. I just haven't edited everything together. I haven't done everything. So, but you do have a backlog. I do actually have a backlog of Coca-Cola related stuff. And they also have finally, as of the past year and a half, actually come out with, like, some new flavors and things that I do plan on trying. Would it be easier just to do, like, a, I don't know, like a week-long celebration thing? Kinda. Just do a week-long thing where I just cover different Coke flavors, do various taste tests and crap like that. I feel like that's easier. Because the thing is, for the most part, most of the Coca-Cola flavors, I can't really make too much detailed content around. Of course, this thing's being weird. Is it your USB port? Yeah, it's my USB port. But, like, yeah, it's one of those things where, like, there we go. I think that did it. But, I would like to actually, like, cover certain things. So, I just don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it. That's fair. Yeah. And the problem is that with a lot of those things and those flavors, you would have to find a way to either segment them around certain things or, like, do other things with them. Yes. And that's the issue. So, like, there are things that I want to do. It's just a matter of actually, like, taking the time to do them. Exactly. That makes sense. Yep. So. Ay. So it's more or less actually just making the time. It's more or less just actually making the time to do everything. So, and figuring out how I'm gonna do it. What are some of the flavors of Coke that you've wanted to cover? I would say I don't know. There's a lot. I would have to figure it out. You would have to figure it out. I would have to figure it out. Yeah. You would have to figure it out. I would have to figure it out. Well, like, what's some of them? Fuck. That's actually a good question. I would say obviously Coke Starlight, and I have a specific plan for that. I would say the League of Legends one. So, that they did, it was like Coke Ultimate or some shit. Coke Ultimate. Yeah. Coke League of Legends flavor. Yeah, Coke Ultimate. That's weird. Yep. There's the controversial one. Which they did, Y3000. Oh. Yeah. which I actually have an idea for that. Oh, yeah. So there's that one. And then what else? There's a lot, because I tried a lot of the creation ones. I did try a lot of them. There was Move, which I remember trying Move. I remember trying Dream World. The Marshmallow one. Starlight. And Y3000 Ultimate. And obviously the Oreo one. Obviously, yeah. And then they've also got 2 new flavors, because there's orange cream and that cherry float one. I feel like I could just try both the orange cream and cherry float one as their own individual taste tests. Same with like Ultimate, and like Move and like a few others. So, but it's really Starlight that's going to be the big one in Y3000. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep. So still, I was just always curious why you never reviewed much Coca-Cola stuff. Yeah, that's the reason why, is just I have a ton of the stuff backlogged. I just never like got around to either uploading them or editing them into something that I think would make sense, or stuff that you would like. Yes, or stuff that I would like. And that would have been the other problem. But you do have some backlogged. Yeah. Coke Spice, that was the other one. Yep, there was Coke Spice, I remember that one. And there's a few others. So so you're literally sitting on... Yeah, because I see some of them in the archives. Yep. Hot damn. Yep. That's wild. It is wild. Huh. Yep. That is interesting. Yeah. I was gonna say, Dewey, have you ever thought about Coke stuff? I'm not much of a Coke drinker, as it's been pretty well stated. I'm very more of a Pepsi person and a Mountain Dew person. So, well, and that's the other thing me and Dewey share in common. I'm way more of a Pepsi and Mountain Dew person too. I like stuff that's made by PepsiCo a lot more than I do Coke products. Not that I'm against Coke products, it's just you clearly have a preference and more of a allegiance and a more powerful experience with one or the other. That makes sense. Yeah. See, I'm the opposite, because I could care less about Coke or Pepsi. I'm the weirdo that drinks like ginger ale, 7-Up, root beer. You and I are the Dr. Pepper gals. Exactly. I'd rather enjoy a crisp Dr. Pepper. Which is funny, because isn't Dr. Pepper actually bottled and manufactured by both Coke and PepsiCo? Really? Well, at least in the United States, yeah, they share like a joint custody thing. It's kind of, it's this weird gray area. Really? Uh-huh. So believe it or not, Dr. Pepper is owned by Keurig Dr. Pepper KDP, which handles most of its own production, but it relies on a hybrid distribution network. Ah. So historically and currently, KDP, which is Dr. Pepper, which they own themselves, actually partners with Coca-Cola and PepsiCo to basically like help distribute the drink in various regions, after leading it to either being bottled in Coca-Cola or Pepsi-shaped bottles, depending on the local contract, or I guess depending on the region. So, interesting. So, like, in the United States, it's split pretty 50-50. Like, some states you'll see it bottled by Coke, others you'll see it bottled by Pepsi. And in some cases, Dr. Pepper will just bottle their own shit. What about internationally? Looks like internationally in the UK, Ireland, Japan, and South Korea, Coca-Cola actually handles the bottling. But PepsiCo bottles in other international markets. Interesting. Yep. See, and it's just funny because Dr. Pepper, like, actually owns quite a bit. And they own Keurig, too. Which is even funnier. So, but what if you have a Keurig and you wanted to use Pepsi and Coca-Cola products with Keurig? Then you still could. It's just Coca-Cola and Pepsi would then give money to Keurig Dr. Pepper and have them basically pay for the licensing to do what they're doing. That makes more sense. So, also, we have a visitor. We do. Hello. Hello. Are you there? Oh, looks like he's still setting up.
Oh, me, my headset.
Oh, okay. So, we just could barely hear you for a sec, so it's like, what's going on? Are you there? Hello, are you there?
Hello.
There we go. Hello. I was going to say, hey, Paul.
I'm not on the computer.
Ah, gotcha. You're on like your phone or tablet or something?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
So.
no, I got making food and reading fiction.
Gotcha. But it is interesting, though, that, like, Dr. Pepper owns a lot of the stuff that I actually like. Oh, yeah. I mean, they own a lot of the stuff that I like, too, and even stuff like Dewey and Crash likes. Well, yeah, and there's nothing wrong with Keurig Dr. Pepper as a company. Like, they own 7-Up, they own Crush, they own Sunkist, they own Squirt. You're immature. I know I am. Snapple, Hawaiian Punch. They own A&W. They own A&W? Yeah, they own A&W. I didn't really realize they owned Snapple. What else do they own? RC Cola, Big Red. They actually own 2 root beer companies because they also own IBC. Cactus Cooler, Margaritaville, and weirdly enough, Yoo-Hoo, the chocolate milk people? Well, yeah. Huh. Exactly. They also own a lot of coffee stuff, too, because, again, it's Keurig. So, I didn't know that they owned part of Cinnabon and Krispy Kreme. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. You learn something new every day about manufacturers. Yeah. But no, that's the reason why I haven't reviewed a lot of Coca-Cola products or done, like, a lot of Coca-Cola taste tests or anything, is just because, like, I have the content, I have the stuff filmed, it's just how I want to film it and how I want to present it. And Coca-Cola just doesn't come up with new stuff often, so there's not a reason for me to, like, go out and hunt for Coca-Cola products when there's more of a excitement and favoritism and more of... There's a lot more that I could do with PepsiCo products than I can do with Coke products. That makes sense. So...
So Paul's got some bad stories about Coca-Cola. He doesn't drink it anymore.
I was gonna say, what's the worst story that you could tell us?
In their testing, they have to. So in their testing for safety and purity, one of the tests they do is for human tissue.
Mm.
Because the flavor is made with human tissue.
Lovely. Huh.
Yep. You could look up, it's Coca-Cola made with HEK2, 213. That is a human cell line. They use human tissue to make the artificial flavor.
How do you spell it again? H what?
Hotel Echo Kilo.
OEH?
Hotel Echo Kilo.
HEK. Okay, HEK.
Watch as Google tries to tell you that, well, one, the use of HEK 213 is controversial, but Google is firmly on the side of no, it should be allowed. So you might see a few articles that like, oh, it's no big deal. It is made with HEK 213.
Oh, I'm seeing it now. Huh, that is interesting. Yeah, what the hell?
Yep.
Okay, that's...
The natural flavor is made out of cilantro and lime extracts. But
Okay.
they use human cells to make the artificial flavor.
Huh. That is interesting. Huh. Yeah, that's a fucking deep dive into something I could look into another day, and a conversation for another day, but that is wild. Still.
Yep.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that like something involving human organic material was involved in the manufacturing and processing of like a snack or a drink or a beverage. No, it's not. No, it's not. And the fact that this is something that like, again, this has definitely happened more than once is not surprising, but the fact that there's companies that are, rather than being upfront and honest about it, are choosing to backpedal it. Yeah. And try and be like, oh, no, you guys don't understand. And be like, no, just be transparent. So, it's funny because...
People would quit drinking if it depends on the show.
Nah.
Whether or not.
It's funny because that actually brings up the next talking point. Oh, yeah, I guess we are rifting today. Yeah. So, this was one that I actually came up with. Oh, yeah, Dewey, what'd you come up with? So, obviously, you, Hadako, and Jinyu, and Paul to some extent, and, like, everybody that Crash and Hadako knows have at least had some experience visiting other realities, correct? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, we have. But let me ask this. Have you ever stumbled upon other realities or other dimensions or have seen other things in movies or TV shows or media that are animal focused? What do you mean by animal focused? So like the primary species of that planet is more animal focused and animal related rather than human related. Oh. What was that, Paul?
Like Zootopia.
I guess kinda, yeah, similar to like Zootopia or like alien homeworlds or like sci-fi settings and stuff like that.
Oh,
So, but I guess something Zootopia would kind of count too. So,
because you said animal focused, and I thought like Zootopia, because it's like I could look at like the Wookiee planet in Star Wars. It's like, is that animal focused?
I think that would actually count. Yeah, I think that would count. Yeah. That would count because that is a different English. A different species of organic matter that is not human focused. So, that would count. But to answer your question, I myself have only been to a handful of places that have been more like animal focused or more like animal related. A lot of the realities and dimensions and planets and galaxies I've been to have been either mostly human, half human, or a human hybrid. Like in the case of KC-01. Oh yeah, Knockout City. Remind me what that was? That was the half armadillo people, half human people. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that was something we actually did visit and cover. It was weird. So, and learning that there was actual like human DNA splicing and testing done with that was wild. Yeah. So, I don't know. Anytime you've worked at that cafe, does that count? I think yes and no, because anytime I've done the CTO1 universe, aka Coffee Talk, anytime I've picked up hours at that cafe, I've mostly dealt with like vampires, demons, werewolves, like more mythical hybrids and creatures. So there are some animal-like hybrids there, but it's not primarily animal-focused. That makes sense. Yeah. I myself have not explored a lot of animal-related or animal-focused universes or timelines. So, or a lot of my knowledge based on that isn't like heavy, if that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. So, but that is a good question. I was going to say, even for me, I've seen a handful here and there, but a lot of them have been like, oh, here's a planet where like everything is cats, everything is like giraffes, everything is like, you know, plant life kind of thing. A lot of herbivores. Yeah, a lot of herbivores. So, a lot of it's like safari based. So, well, and to Paul's credit too, I mean, a lot of his knowledge is based on like Warhammer, Star Wars, a lot of fantasy stuff too. So, like, any realities that he's visited or known about are probably either Wookiee based or like within the realm of that sort of pocket area, if that makes sense. So, still a whole planet of Wookiees? Yeah. Yeah, basic Star Wars lore. So, there is a whole planet full of Wookiees. In fact, Paul, you probably know about all the different subcultures and animal cultures in Star Wars. I'm sure you could name a couple.
Actually, it's like a bunch of species. In Star Wars, one of the canonical reasons in Star Wars why there's more humans than there's any other alien species is because we're durable. So like Wookiees can only really live and thrive long term on Kashyyyk. So that's why it's like you travel around, you might never see a Wookiee, but you always see people. But that's just the humans and Wookiees. Let's see. In Star Wars, there's View, there's Solstice, there's Goslings, there's Missourians. I just forgot the guy's name. I mean, the guy's name is Thrawn, but I'm trying to remember his species. Chiss, Twilight, the Quarren, and the Mon Cala share the same planet. The Thorians are herbivores. They live in floating cities above their jungle.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. I was gonna say, because, like, I know there's a lot more of an expansive universe with a lot of those things as well, too. And it depends on exactly how deep you want to consider everything, either canon or non-canon, or, like, how deep you want to consider everything, either, like, part of the mythos or not. So, which, that's the thing, is specifically with, like, fantasy realities, like certain sci-fi realities, stuff with Star Wars, stuff with, like, more bigger franchises. It's kind of the part of the reason why me and Crash typically don't explore and touch on those realities too often, because it gets kind of complicated. It kind of does. Yeah, it really does kind of get kind of not messy, but I would say layered. Ah, that makes more sense. Yeah. So it's usually when we do cover stuff like that and cover those types of realities and galaxies, we bring someone along, like with Paul, or with, like, Micah, or with Shadow, or with other people, because people who have more of an expertise on those things, like, we typically let them have the spotlight and talk about it, versus someone like me and Hadako, who doesn't have that much experience with things like that. Or, like, a good example is, back when we briefly visited, what was it? When we did our Baldur's Gate runs. Yeah! When we did our Baldur's Gate 3 runs, we've primarily focused on the people involved and let the sort of fantasy experience with our friends and other colleagues take over, rather than focus on, like, the expansiveness of, like, each individual background character and stuff. That makes sense. Yeah. I was gonna say, we'd be there all fucking day if we did that. Yeah. I mean, hell, even when, like, we were doing stuff with Night and Day Gaming, with our buddy Shag, our buddy Bearded Bra, when we did stuff with Baldur's Gate 3, when we did stuff with The Forest, when we did stuff with even Raft, most of the focus and context is on the world building itself and the story, rather than specifically the inhabitants and creatures. Ah, that makes sense. So, yeah, even Night and Day Gaming says, yes, it was our characters exploring and experiencing things together, rather than, like, the people involved. It's about the journey, not the destination. Actually, it's a bit of both. It's more about the adventure that you have, rather than what lies at the end of the tunnel. Yeah. So, that makes a lot of sense. Yep. So. Well, I thought it was a good question. No, it's a good question. It is. It is. It's just, I don't know if we're ever going to explore a lot of animal-related things often. Except for that one time you found a reality where a squirrel was holding a gun. I do need to revisit that. What, the squirrel with a shotgun? Yeah, why was the squirrel going up against the military with a shotgun? Why not? Why not? It's very weird. It is kind of weird. It is very weird. It is weird. You know what's weird? You didn't talk about your birthday and what you did on social media. My birthday? Yeah, yeah. How come you haven't talked about your birthday celebrations? I don't know. I was in sort of this weird funk for a little bit and depressed about my birthday, but I got out of that funk. So I guess I could talk about it. Yeah, tell the people what you did for your birthday. God, this is gonna be so weird wording it in such a weird context. So my biological extended family on Earth. Yes. My aunt and one of her friends took me out for barbecue at Rib Crib. So, ooh, that does sound pretty good. Yep, we got this big smoked turkey plate is what we got. And then we got like baked beans, potato salad, mac and cheese, coleslaw, the whole 9 yards. So I was pretty happy because I was craving barbecue. And so we did that, and that was pretty tasty. So I really enjoyed that. I was talking to some of my neighbors recently and talking to them about how my birthday was coming up. And they were like, oh, do you want anything? And I'm like, well, I can't really do much sweets unless I do, like sugar-free chocolates and stuff like that. So, my neighbors got me a bunch of Russell Stover's sugar-free chocolates for my birthday. Oh, how nice. Yeah. So I've been snacking on like little pieces of chocolate every now and then for the past like week or two. So, you like those sugar-free ones? I do, because I like Russell Stover's. They also do make like sugar-free like York peppermint patties and Hershey's and Reese's and stuff like that too. Those are good, but again, I just can't eat like regular chocolate because type 2 diabetes, heart problems, blood pressure, all that. Yeah, so I have to eat all the sugar-free sweets. That makes more sense. Yeah. So, did that. Two friends of mine got me a copy of Ghost of Yote as a surprise gift. So, that was Street Dog Jones and Tyler, that one guy. So they got me a copy off Amazon and mailed it off to me. So, fuck yeah. Oh yeah, I'm definitely excited to play that soon because I still need to finish going through Ghost of Tsushima first before I touch Ghost of Yote. Well, maybe that'll give you a reason to go back and revisit that universe. That's true. I should do that. Should go back and do that. Maybe bring back a certain block that you used to do? That's true. I have thought about bringing it back, but I don't know if people would tune in for it or not. What the hell was it? This must have been before I was here. Yeah, same. Oh, yeah. It was called Samurai Days. And basically we celebrated a lot of samurai culture and Japanese culture, where we did a special streaming block along with our buddy Paul and a few other friends, where we actually learned about not just samurai culture and played samurai games like Last of the Ronin, Ghost of Tsushima, stuff like that. But we also learned a little bit of Japanese each stream, and we learned and talked about the different like cultures of different parts of Japanese culture. So like it came down to like the weapons, the gear, the history, food, like stuff like that. It was actually pretty fun. So I didn't get involved too much with it because this was before I got more involved in Crash's life, but from what I've seen, it was good. Yeah, it was pretty good. So but yeah, maybe I could bring it back. Maybe you could. So who the hell knows? What else? I got a tortilla blanket from Renji Man. He bought it off Amazon, and it's an actual like throw blanket that looks like a tortilla. So that's hilarious. That is kind of funny. So now you are literally a human burrito. I am quite literally a human burrito. So I do use it to sleep quite a bit. It is comfy. So, and then other than that, I just been cashing in on birthday freebies at restaurants and places and stuff, which I'm actually thinking about doing that here in a little bit after we're done transmitting, because I might go get myself a free coffee. Ooh. You know what? Can that be a bonus conversation real quick? I know we're improving and rifting, but can we talk about coffee real quick for a sec? What, do you have like a rant or something about coffee? Yeah. Okay, Junior, the floor is all yours. Okay, this ought to be interesting. Okay. If you'll permit me. Oh, God. This ought to be funny. Dear coffee places, not just in Japan, not just in the world, not just in the United States, but coffee places in general. When I go to a cafe or a coffee place, I don't want to be bombarded the minute I come in with all of these super sugary, super condensed, non-coffee related drinks. If I'm going into a coffee place or a coffee cafe place, my first instinct is to get a coffee, not your stupid fucking, triple passion fruit guava refresher Red Bull energy drink bullshit. Not your GMO free, gluten free fucking oat milk yogurt smoothie. I want to go in, I want to calmly look at the menu, and I want to decide on a coffee and then maybe something else. Can you just can you not bombard me with bullshit right as I step in the fucking door? And better yet, can you not bombard me with bullshit on the app too? That'd be pretty fucking great. Wow. I mean, they do have to sell drinks for people who don't drink coffee at these places, which I'm fine with, Dewey. I get that. But, like, pick a theme is the point. Like, either you're a coffee place, a cafe place, or you're basically almost a fucking diner. And it just seems like a lot of these places that are either cafes or coffee places seem a little bipolar, schizophrenic. little unorganized. Yes, all of the above.
Hello.
Hello. I mean, here's kind of the thing, right? I'm not arguing against what you're saying, Jinyu. I get what you're saying, but there is a part of me that also likes having non-caffeinated drinks at a coffee place or a cafe, but I would like for a lot of these places to like maybe just do a little less in my opinion. I agree with the whole overstimulation, overwhelming factor of going into a place like, say, Dunkin', Starbucks, 911, 918, Scooters, all these places, and then being like, have you tried our new Cinnamon Toast Crunch Super Caramel Latte fucking Foot Job Supreme Coconut Milk Latte? And I'm like, what the flying fuck? I'm gonna barf. But like, I don't know, less is more, and I would like to see something where it's like, hey, we have a new, I don't know, caramel almond milk coffee. Or a, hey, we have a new vanilla creme brulee drink. You don't have to try it, but it's there. So your issue is not the fact that these drinks exist, but your issue is the fact that the way they're presented to you. Yes. And Jinyu's issue is the fact that everything's overstimulating and being shoved in their face all at once. Correct. I mean, to also be fair, I mean, a lot of my friends also like strive off of fucking energy drinks. Even Iron here as well, who just showed up in the transmission feed. So, hi Iron. Hello. So, also Night and Day, you're welcome to join us too. We're on Discord if you want to chat with us or just listen, either when. Yeah. But, no, basically like, I don't have a problem with non-caffeinated drinks and non-coffee related drinks. I have a problem with the way they're presented, I guess. See, for me, I don't have a problem with either. I like the variety. I like when coffee places and cafe places actually, like, give you multiple options for things. I think my issue is how expensive the drinks can get. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah, 100%. Mm-hmm.
Starbucks. Starbucks.
Exactly. So, because, like, the only reason, and I guess this is a little personal behind the scenes thing, I guess. Do you want to talk about it? Oh, this thing? Yeah, no, okay. It's more of a running gag than it is a behind the scenes thing. Yeah. What the hell is it? Oh, is it the whole Starbucks versus Dunkin' thing? It is. Okay, go ahead. So, a while back, I made a bump, a Adult Swim bump, basically, that explained why I liked Dunkin' more over Starbucks, and I made a few jabs at the logo of Starbucks. I made a few jabs at their options for sugar-free stuff. I made a few jabs at the way their app works, shit like that. And apparently that did, to some small degree, actually get spread around on social media. So, because I've had some people actually message me saying, like, some things being like, no, you're right about Dunkin'. Dunkin's better. And whatever. And I agree with you. But I've had some people also message me saying, like, no, Starbucks is better. You're just too broke to afford Starbucks. You're just not in a... You just need to get a better job, and Starbucks is better quality, and yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, No. I just like Dunkin' better. They treat me better at Dunkin'. So, I like
I
a...
was gonna say my go-to coffee place instead of Dunkin' or Starbucks is Dutch Bros. It's my go-to.
Okay, but see, Dutch Bros is underrated. Actually, I feel like Dutch Bros is kind of in the middle for me. Like, it gets just enough hype. I think it's underrated. I think Dutch Bros is actually, like, decent, but I just don't go there often. And the only reason why is because a lot of the same coffees and stuff that I can get at Dutch Brothers, I can get everywhere else. See, for me, it's the opposite because I like how friendly and I like how nice the atmosphere is at fucking Dutch Bros. But I also like their Rebel energy drinks, which is just basically Red Bull.
I know. I agree with that. I love their Rebels. I like some of their coffees, and I do like their green teas and their black teas.
They have green teas?
Yeah, they have green tea.
Can you put flavor and shit in it, or is it just straight green tea?
Whatever you want. If you want straight green tea, you can go make it for you. If you want shit into it, then you put flavors into it. Then go for it. And also, they have boba. They have boba teas.
They have fucking boba at Dutch Brothers?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Alright, that changes that. Hang
As
on.
of last year, they introduced boba.
I gotta look this up. Holy shit, they have boba. I didn't know about this. Okay, that changes things for me and Hadako. Well, congratulations. You just made Jinyu and Hadako happy. Here, can I read it off? Yeah, go ahead. Dutch Bros offers Poppin' Boba, a bursting boba, not traditional tapioca, in strawberry, vanilla, honey, and blue raz flavors, which can be added to any iced or blended drink. Oh. Okay, well, that's not... I hate to say it, but that's not real boba, but it's boba-esque. Yeah.
So they have also they have their lemonades, their chai teas, shakes, smoothies, sparkling soda, and something called Dutch H2O. So.
I have had their Dutch H2O. I will say that I do. I will occasionally get that with like some sugar-free syrups. So this way, if I want just like a sparkling water or like a sparkling beverage with some flavor.
Then also they have a sparkling fizz too.
That is true. I was gonna say, how come we don't go to Dutch Bros often then? Damn. Holy shit. Okay, you really did wake up late. I did. So, I'm sorry. That was that was a demon trying to leave my body.
Also, don't forget to mention they do have a secret menu.
Oh yeah, but every fucking place has a secret menu. I was gonna say, even
their newest. I'll go say it real quick. One of their newer secret menu is they have a. No, remember having those orange cutie oranges? Well, this is a cutie orange flavored drink.
yeah.
Get there.
That's weird.
I was gonna say, I think I actually did a cuties taste test thing a while back. Didn't I, Jinyu? You did. It was with sparkling water. No, sparkling ice. That's what it was. Because you got sent a thing from their rewards program for an early taste test. Because they did sparkling ice, but with cuties in it. And it was actually kind of good. It was actually kind of good. So, I was pleasantly surprised. Yeah. So,
they'll have their seasonal drinks too.
yeah. God.
Then also with the rewards, if you sign up, you get so many points, you get either a free, medium, or if you stay up to a lot of points, you can score a large or any size drink for free.
Oh, there you go. That's not terrible. No. I was gonna say, I think Crash has a rewards account for pretty much every fucking place. It's probably why he has so many birthday freebies. Yeah. Well, and
Or just free meals in general. If you have steals on points.
yeah, it's why I have a lot of freebies is because, like, I know how to hunt for a good deal at places, and then I know how to enter like a lot of the instant wins and sweepstakes and stuff to win things that most people typically either don't enter or like just don't want. Yeah. And it's the shit that I actually use. So like I actually have a free drink at Dutch Bros. I need to go redeem that too. So you have one at Dutch Bros, and I think you have one at Scooters. Yeah, but the one at Scooters is like just points though. It's not like just a free drink. You could redeem it on whatever then. Yeah. So I was gonna say you really got livid over coffee. Well, because the reason why I get upset over coffee is because I'm not always in the fucking mood for some strawberry frozen culotta suck my dick edition, you know? Like sometime
Had me at prices.
what was that, Paul?
Oh, I love strawberries. So it's like you're like, I'm not in the mood for any strawberry. It's like I'm always in the mood for strawberries. I want to like butter with strawberries. And then that's a big sign. It's like, those two words should go together. I got to log off soon, but I'm going to be back in 3.5 hours. So I don't know if y'all want to play Raz or Valheim or Raft.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're gonna be ending this transmission soon, and then later today we'd be down to play some games and shit. Yeah.
Alright.
So.
Also,
Some breakpoint lately, so.
Yeah.
I also picked up. So I found out Age of Empires 3 is free on Steam, but it's demo, and the demo is the multiplayer, but they pick which civilization you are.
Ah.
So it's free, and they rotate it every week.
Okay.
So basically, you just can't build a good repertoire with a preferred civilization, but it's free. It's also co-op or versus.
Okay.
And because I actually enjoyed that series, I bought the game, so I don't know what the freebies are anymore.
Fair enough.
But if y'all want to play that sometime, I know you can play as the Japanese. I know you can play as the. I know you can play as the Japanese giant as a civilization. They're kind of an interesting one to play as.
Fair enough. So
I
we'll
just
look.
don't know when they're on the free rotation. So
We'll look into it. So yeah. So this was more or less just us trying to like riff and get some nonsense out of our brain this morning or this afternoon, I guess. It's a Sunday afternoon, so we were supposed to do some other shit, I guess, but that got canceled. Well, no, here's what actually fucking happened. What happened was, my biological Earth family, right? My human family, we were all supposed to skip church today, and we were all supposed to go out to this Chinese place that's like this buffet that we actually all like. But turns out my aunt double booked herself on accident because she forgot that she was going to some winter jam concert that starts at like 4 o'clock today. And we had all agreed as a family, oh, let's go to the Chinese place at like 2 o'clock, eat for a bit, and just hang out. Well, apparently that doesn't work out for her and for like one other friend and all that. So we wound up just skipping church and being lazy for a chunk of the day then and getting dressed, or not dressed, but almost ready for nothing. Well, I think your cousin's still going to take you out to eat possibly today too, since he's off and you're off. Yeah. Where are you guys thinking of going? I don't know. It depends on how he feels. I told him either some Mexican or barbecue or some shit, just not Chinese. So there you go.
Oh, hey, Crash, after the stream, remind me I need to tell you something. So, something exciting today. So,
Okay.
let me say on stream.
Okay. So, well, I think we got all of our rambling out of our system. I think so. I mean, I got to talk about the animal realities question. I brought up the Coca-Cola thing. I talked about how much I despise coffee places and their advertising sometimes. And I actually talked about how a lot of my friends came through and I actually had a good birthday celebration. So,
Yes, it was fun.
yeah,
It was fun.
yeah, a lot of people actually came through and got me stuff for my birthday this year and made sure I was taken care of this year for my birthday. So, did anyone send you money? A couple people sent me money, but a few people sent me actual gifts too. So, yeah. So, oh, and to recap, you Iron, I got a copy of Ghost of Yote. I got a tortilla throw blanket, some sugar-free chocolates. I got taken out to eat a couple times, and I got like some clothes, basically. So, yep. So, well, I don't know. Do you want to call it? Yeah, we could call it, and then later today I could play some games, do some streaming, and just fuck it. We could chill today. I'm down for that. I'll drink some Mountain Dew and do some gaming. Yeah, I may actually.
Speaking of Mountain Dew, I'm wearing some Mountain Dew Baja Blast Crocs.
Nice. Oh, you're actually going to get the Crocs?
No, I have them.
Oh, you actually bought them?
Yep.
Crocs? Oh, yeah, I didn't show you this. Okay, so check this shit out. Hang on, I'll pull up the photo on stream real quick. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Are you...
I posted this to Trash yesterday.
Yeah, hang on.
In the group chat.
Yeah, I'm grabbing it right now. Give me a sec. My God. This is an actual thing. This is an actual thing. Give me 1 sec. I will save the image.
Which I didn't know was an actual thing until I saw them at Walmart.
Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna post the photos on stream. So, oh my God. It can't be that bad. It's pretty wild.
It's wild, but not bad.
All right, how much were they by the way? Were they like what, $20 a piece?
Probably $2 more, just $22 exactly
For each pair?
for each pair. Yeah.
My God.
They had the two. Yeah, you'll see. You'll see.
Yeah. What the hell is this? All right, so check this out. You and I do not like Crocs. We think Crocs are the most fucking ugly ass piece of shit fucking shoes known to mankind. So I know some people like Crocs. I know some people enjoy Crocs, and I am not judging you for buying them, but I myself am not a fan.
Very comfy. Actually, very comfy.
I'm sure they're comfy, and I would probably maybe wear some as a gag. I'd probably wear at least 1 or 2 maybe just to have around the house, but like at that point just get slippers.
Because of the drink you should get.
So what the hell is this? Okay, so Iron found some fucking Crocs that are Mountain Dew themed. So check this out. Hang on, let me minimize the photo. Oh my God, they have the new logo and everything. Yep. So there's regular Mountain Dew Crocs, right? And they've got the Mountain Dew logo on them, and I don't think they're really Crocs because Crocs have holes in them where you can put the fucking the accessories in them, right?
They're Crocs. Dusty confirmed them as Crocs that he posted.
I guess they are Crocs. Yeah, those are some interesting Crocs. The design's not terrible, but I don't know if it's something I would get right away. But as a collector, I would get them. But would you wear them?
House. Well, they wear the house.
I feel like I would wear them around the house, but I would not wear them out in public. No. And what's the other one? The other one is a Baja one. Let me grab that one too.
Which one I'm wearing right now? I actually like the design better on these ones.
Oh, so you actually bought the Baja ones?
Yep.
Oh my god. Yeah, those are the Baja ones. My god. Yep. I gotta say, I mean, you'll probably think ill of me, Crash, but you actually like the design of them. You're kind of with Iron. I kind of am. They look pretty nice. I don't know if they're going to be super... Are they comfy?
I like them. Yeah, they're comfy to me.
Now, are you wearing socks underneath too, or is it just your feet?
Just feet.
Huh. Okay. Maybe that's something you could get in the future. Or you could just check your local Walmart and see if they have them. I bet you they probably do.
I'm not sure how long they'll have them or have them in stock for, but yeah.
Yeah, they're officially a licensed Mountain Dew Crocs. My god. Yeah. That's wild. Well, I guess we'll call it here. Yeah, we'll call it here at the stream, so, or the transmission. Nah. So, well, that does it then. Yeah. Well, I'll play some games and do some other shit maybe later today. We'll see how I feel. Maybe I'll do like a variety gaming stream or something if I don't go out to eat. So, yeah. Alright. Well, let's end the transmission. There you go. I got shit I gotta do anyway, so I gotta look into some other Mountain Dew related things and catch up with some projects. Yeah, and I'm gonna try and take it easy, listen to some audiobooks and shit. I'm probably gonna work on my car a little bit. Yeah, I'll probably wind up just vibing. So maybe I'll get some snacks at Walgreens or some shit, so there you go. Alright. Well, we're ending it, so cool. Well, thanks to everyone who listened for the transmission. Yeah. So we'll probably do these maybe like, what, once a month? Maybe once a month. Maybe once every like 2.5 weeks. It just depends on how we feel. Yeah. It's nice to actually do this where like the four of us and friends can get together and just bullshit. And just bullshit. Let all the thoughts and gunk out of our brains. Yep. So, alright. Later. 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 Later.